So you're moving to Fairhope or Daphne, Alabama, and you're researching like crazy, but you still have no idea what side of town you want to be on? Well, today you're in luck because we're going to take you on a full map tour of our beautiful area.
When we relocated here all those years ago, it was difficult to research this area when we lived all the way up in Illinois. We didn't have YouTube channels to give us a look into the vibes of one city over the other, or video tours showing what areas really look like or where the more affordable houses were at.
When it comes to moving to Baldwin County, Alabama, this is where we come in. If you're not familiar with the area and you find yourself thinking, oh, this looks like a really cute neighborhood, only to arrive and discover it's nothing like you imagine, this is exactly where our expertise comes into play. And with these videos, you will definitely understand and visualize a true depiction of what areas here are actually like.
So in this video, we're going to be pulling up the maps and taking y'all along for the ride. We're going to show you the streets and major roads that run through our beloved Eastern Shore.
Roads where you can find all the shopping, schools, and all the things that you need to know are right here in Lower Alabama.
And if you plan to move here and want a more personalized chat about you or your family's needs and location, we'd love to jump on a call or Zoom to go over everything. But for this video, we'll just stick to the general area.
When you see living in Lower Alabama, not only do you see all of our happy clients leaving us 5-star reviews and our contact info, but you'll also see the map showing our entire little area.
We understand it can be a lot, so let's zoom in a little bit and expand the map, starting with Daphne since it's the larger of the two areas and it's on the northern end.
And if you didn't know, Daphne and Fairhope are both located in Baldwin County, which has been the second fastest growing county in Alabama over the last 4 years. And you'll see why by the end of this video.
Now let's take a closer look at one of the major routes in Daphne and an important part of Baldwin County, Interstate 10, aka I-10.
This highway is your ticket from Los Angeles all the way to Jacksonville, Florida, and it plays a crucial role in Lower Alabama. You jump on I-10 and you'll quickly make your way to Mobile, passing through a couple of other vital cities like Spanish Fort and Loxley, which are both treasures in Baldwin County that we won't really get into today.
Plus, if you're flying into Pensacola Airport to visit us, this is the very road you'll take, and it's just about an hour's drive from the Eastern Shore. This is a very, very easy interstate to navigate, which I appreciate because I don't love driving. And I-10 isn't intimidating to drive on because it's only a couple lanes wide.
Yeah, but it can easily get backed up for that reason as well. If there's an accident or any kind of slowdown, you can find yourself sitting there for a little while. So definitely check your GPS when it comes to taking I-10 so you can avoid any of those delays.
Anyone moving here who plans to commute from the Eastern Shore to Mobile should be familiar with the Jubilee Parkway. This carries I-10 across Mobile Bay, and it's a 7.5-mile long bridge. The Parkway is made up of two parallel 2-lane concrete viaduct bridges. We also call this the Bayway.
You've also got Battleship Parkway, commonly referred to locally as the Causeway. This is the 7-mile long causeway that carries US 90 and US 98 eastbound across from Mobile Bay from the Bankhead Tunnel. This is an alternative route next to I-10.
Now that we've covered the interstate, let's chat about Highway 98 and 181. These two roads are actually the main exits off of I-10. So if you're coming from the interstate, you'll head south on either of these to reach just about everything in Daphne.
I remember our first trip down those roads. It felt like you were uncovering a hidden treasure. The beautiful tree-lined road was so refreshing to see. This little city has just enough amenities to make you feel like you're not in the middle of nowhere. And boy, we were surprised.
I was so impressed the first time we visited for our own exploration trip because of all the greenery on Highway 98. I immediately noticed how several of the businesses and stores were far off the street and they all had lush greenery in front, keeping everything looking pretty. We've lived here for 10 years and I still miss my turn into the Daphne Walmart because it's hidden behind all these trees and it's situated way off of Highway 98.
Like I mentioned earlier, these two roads, 98 and 181, are actually the main exits off of I-10. So if you're coming off the interstate, you'll head south on either of these roads to get to Daphne. And these are two main arteries that'll take you to just about anywhere you want to be. But let's say you get off on exit 38, which is 181. This will take you to everything. Restaurants, fast food, gas stations, but not Buc-ee's. That's another exit down. But here on 181, you've got lodging, housing, shopping, entertainment, you name it, they've got everything. Yeah.
And in between these two exits, 38 and 35, which is US 98, you'll run into even more shops and places like Sam's Club, car dealerships. You've got the Home Depot. I've got a honey-do list. I send him there all the time. We've got favorite restaurants of ours like Baumhauer's and then Alta, which is, I go there like every single week. It's so convenient.
And something worth mentioning is the very popular Subdivision Lake Forest.
Yeah.
It can be easily accessed via Highway 181. If you're taking exit 38 and heading south on 181, you can make a right on Highway 90 and then enter the Lake Forest subdivision by taking a left on Bayview Drive. It's that convenient.
Yeah, it's literally right by the Home Depot. Or in true local fashion, you could head down just a little bit further on Highway 90 and take a left by the Starbucks on Jubilee Parkway and then a quick right onto North Main Street. This road will take you down to the other entrance of Lake Forest.
Now, let's forget Lake Forest and let's talk about the Eastern Shore a little bit more. After exiting I-10 and traveling south a few miles, US 98 splits with US 98 Alternative, which is Scenic 98, or also known as Main Street.
US 98 Alternate, which is also the Eastern Shore Parkway, winds southward to downtown Fairhope along a slow-moving 2-lane route. Us locals call it Scenic 98.
That's right. It takes you to downtown Fairhope. But hey, you didn't mention Old Town Daphne.
I was getting there. Relax. Sheesh.
We have to talk about Old Town Daphne. This is an absolute hidden gem, and I can't believe she was going to skip right over it.
What? I was not. I wasn't going to skip over beautiful downtown Daphne. It's one of my favorite places. You just won't give me a chance to talk. Sheesh.
Okay, so Old Daphne is small, but mighty and packs a punch.
Yeah, this is where you'll find some of the most charming parks, restaurants, Christ the King Church, East Shore Cafe. You've got the Dragonfly Restaurant, Mancy's Bar. There's some darling boutique salons. You're so close to the bay that you can taste the salt of the air and you can feel that refreshing bay breeze. Oh, and when you're in the heart of Old Daphne, the road also is known as Main Street. So the Eastern Shore Trail, Main Street, and Scenic 98. Just look at the map and you'll understand, but it's kind of known as all three of those.
This is also where you can find some amazing homes right along the bay or within walking distance. Just be ready to spend a little extra cash because you pay a premium to be on or near the water for that matter. And the insurance is going to be much higher than if you were just a little bit further off the bay.
Yeah, sometimes double or triple. Now continue down the Eastern Shore Trail, aka Scenic 98, aka Main Street. Take a drive down this enchanting road where majestic live oaks form a tunnel overhead, draped in Spanish moss. It is so beautiful. It's literally one of the most stunning and magical streets I've ever experienced. Truly unlike anything you've seen before.
Yeah, you'll approach Section Street and you'll veer to your right to get to downtown Fairhope. Now, if you chose to stay on US 98 instead of taking Scenic 98, you would have continued down 98 till you hit Veterans Drive. Here, you take a right and it would turn into the Veterans Drive where all the American flags are displayed, and that'll take you to downtown.
Okay, so head down Section Street into downtown Fairhope. Oh, and not to confuse you, but Section Street is also the Eastern Shore Trail continued. So look at the map and it'll make sense. But downtown is where you have all the charming little shops, more restaurants and bars, and everything else that makes Fairhope so special. You'll have the famous Fairhope Municipal Pier, the beloved Fruit and Nut District, where every street is named after, you guessed it, fruits and nuts.
Okay, now let's jump back to US 98 and make our way down to 104 because this is a very well-known and traveled highway by the locals. If you're moving here, you'll want to know 104. And you might kind of get confused if you hear Greeno Road. Greeno Road is also another way for Highway 98.
Yeah, so take Greeno Road down to 104, make a right on 104, and this will take you to County Road 13, which is Tony's favorite scenic road in the entire area. All right, let's jump back over to 98, and instead of turning left on 104, let's continue heading south on Greeno Road. You're going to drive through all the shopping and restaurants up and down US 98. You'll pass Thomas Hospital and even more assorted shopping and food places.
Heading further down south, you'll drive past County Road 44 or Twin Beach Road. This is where you have Fairhope High School and the brand new Wawa. This location is close to another brand new Publix and popular neighborhoods like Old Battles Village and Colony at the Grand.
This is the part of Fairhope where I start to feel things begin to get a little bit quieter, and you're entering South Fairhope, which is more country. And then you'll make your way down to Barnwell, about 8 more miles down 98. We've had buyers ask us about Barnwell and comment on the home prices. There are some less expensive homes down there, and they're just in a different area of the city, and they're just kind of away from everything, so it's a different vibe.
Yeah, but you also have Point Clear right there, which is super expensive. And once you get to the end, all the way south down 98, it turns into this Alabama coastal connection. You make a right going west, and it takes you to the Point Clear area I was just talking about, where you'll run smack dab into the Grand Hotel and Lakewood Golf Course.
And then back up to Scenic 98 and through downtown Fairhope. It does change names a few times. Now, if you were to make a left heading east on 98 to the Alabama Coastal Connection, it would take you about 50 miles to get to the Foley Beach Express.
Or you could also take Highway 59, aka North Mackenzie Street in Foley, to head down to Gulf Shores Parkway, and you can be by the beaches too. That's the route I like to take when I head to the Gulf.
But let's stay on the Eastern Shore. That was just a glimpse of roads you can expect to take if you're heading down to the beach.
The area surrounding County Road 104 and 181 are growing fast, steadily but fast. We're seeing a lot of new neighborhoods going up, as well as grocery stores, like I mentioned, Publix, and there's a brand new Aldi. This is where you'll find the Fairhope Walmart tucked away too, making this a very convenient place to live.
Yes, and this also puts you a little bit off the beaten path, yet you're still close to everything. If you like to live by sprawling pastures and beautiful landscapes, this might be a great place for you to check out.
And if you're ready to make a move to Baldwin County and get a taste of our amazing Southern hospitality, make sure you reach out.
So give us a call today.
That's right. We're here to help, and to learn more about living in Lower Alabama, watch this next video.